Life. Sacrifices. Life's all about sacrifices. The question is, who you sacrificing? Yourself or others? This is the story of 3 people and their sacrifices. Listen. He was a greedy politician who made dirty cash off of tax evasion and overpopulated prisons. He swindled dough from welfare and healthcare and threw the poor in jail cause he figured nobody else cared. Part of a system that carried his plans quicker eventually led to the poor poorer and the rich richer. He was no dummy to the laws and loopholes. A little man with money tall like Manute Bol. No family but his power made him untouchable. Anything less than the best was unclutchable. What he clutched was a new phone, a new deal with new wheels, a duffel bag, in it a few mil. It's late at night but he ain't eating no sleep. On the celly making moves steady, speeding the streets. Destiny around the corner just daring to twirl. He goes through a red light without a care in the world. He was a truck driver rolling all over the U.S. He loved to travel, but his job caused him huge stress. He was alone, and though it was nice what he did, he'd rather be at home with his wife and 3 kids. He was a good man, despite the test of Satan. He believed in God, plus education is what he wanted for his children, taking the top route. Instead of copying him, a school dropout. He drove and drove, but he faced a crisis. Rent, food, and gas, inflation prices. Plus, Social Security was nowhere nearly as much as it was or where it appears to be. Coast to coast pays more, so he takes it. About halfway's the closest that he'll make it. His dead, tired eyes relax a little more. He prayed for God's help before collapsing on the horn. She was a high school student, very talented writer, but the darkness in her heart outweighed the lighter. She suffered from depression as well as neglect. No one taught her any lessons of self-respect. Some people live with regrets while she regretted living. So sad, so kind, so giving. Her parents didn't pay her any type of attention. Every other day she was in a fight at detention. Her classmates teased her, called her names like weirdo. It got to the point she felt the end was near, so she wrote a letter to her parents saying goodbye. They failed her as parents, and not even a good try. They read her letters and her poems thinking she died. Meanwhile at the bridge she prepared for suicide. She looked down below before closing her eyes, and with the wind behind her back she just started to cry. She couldn't do it. She would cease to gain understanding of that letter that released her pain. It felt good, cause she got those demons off her chest. She felt herself glowing in her new flesh. But as she crossed the street, she heard a loud beep. She ran as a truck driver came up out of sleep. And even though she slipped out the trucker's dead sight, she couldn't avoid the car speeding through that red light. The greedy politician tried to put on his brakes, but it was too late. The girl was dead in the middle of the road. Listen how the other 2 lives are told. The trucker grabbed his bag, he knew a little CPR. The politician grabbed his bag and jumped out his car. The trucker couldn't save her, but he was still blessed. Cops came, politician was under arrest. The cops told the truck driver, thanks for all your help, but grab your bag and go, we'll do this by ourselves. The truck driver leaves, but you know what's funny? He reached for his sandwich and grabbed a lot of money. Meanwhile, the politician is damaged. He tried to bribe the cop, but he pulled out a sandwich. Now he's in his bed crying loud as hell, stuck in his own overpopulated jail.